On a quiet Sunday morning in October 1997, the Whitley family was heading home from church. Little Landon, just 8 years old, sat in the back seat, blissfully unaware of the life-changing moments ahead. In an instant, their world turned upside down when an ambulance crashed into their car at an intersection. The impact was severe. Landon's father, Andy, lost his life immediately. His mother, Julie, was badly hurt but quickly found by the rescue team. Landon, however, remained hidden in the wreckage. The damage to the car was so extensive that rescuers couldn't see Landon at first. It wasn't until someone spotted a child's shoe that they realized there might be another person trapped inside. They searched desperately and finally found Landon, but he wasn't breathing. They immediately began trying to revive him and rushed him to the hospital by helicopter. That day, Landon's heart stopped beating twice more, but each time the medical team brought him back. While Landon fought for his life, Julie had to face the unthinkable task of burying her husband. At Andy's funeral, she found herself questioning her faith. She couldn't understand why this had happened, why God hadn't protected them. But even in her deepest grief, she prayed harder than ever for Landon to pull through. For 2 long weeks, Landon remained unconscious. Then, against all odds, he opened his eyes. To everyone's amazement, he showed no signs of brain damage. It was as if Julie's prayers had been answered in the most extraordinary way. He said, "I know where Dad is. I saw him in heaven." But that wasn't all. Landon spoke of seeing family friends who had passed away, and even more incredibly, he mentioned siblings he'd never known about. Julie was shocked when Landon said, "Mom, I forgot to tell you. I saw your other 2 kids." Julie had miscarried twice before Landon was born, something they had never told him. When asked how he knew, Landon simply said, "In heaven, you just know who everyone is." Landon described 3 separate experiences of heaven. Each time he had been close to death. On his 3rd visit, he said he met Jesus, who gave him a special task to come back to earth, live a good Christian life, and share his message with others. This experience changed Landon's whole outlook on life. He now feels a deep need to help people understand that heaven is real, that Jesus and angels exist, and that following the teachings of the Bible can truly make life better. Today, Landon and Julie spend their time helping others who are dealing with loss. They share their story to give people hope. Julie's view of that terrible day has changed over time. She now believes that angels were watching over them and that everything happened for a reason, even if it was hard to see at the time. Instead of being angry or bitter, Julie uses their experience to encourage others. She helps people hold on to their faith during tough times and shows them how to find strength in their grief. She feels blessed to see her son sharing his message of hope and faith with the world. Their story makes us think differently about life, death, and what might come after. Landon and Julie's experience has become a beacon of hope for many people who are struggling with loss or questioning their beliefs. As they continue to share their story, Landon and Julie remind us that even in our darkest moments, there's always a glimmer of light. They encourage us to keep our faith, to believe in things we can't see, and to find meaning in our hardest experiences. Their journey from tragedy to hope shows us that it's possible to find strength and purpose even after the most terrible events. Their message is simple but powerful. Love is stronger than death, faith can work miracles, and sometimes life's deepest truths come to us when we're at our most vulnerable. Through their story, Landon and Julie invite us to think about the possibility that there's more to our world than what we can see or touch, that heaven might be closer than we think. Landon's near-death experiences have given him a unique view of life and death. He describes heaven as a place filled with overwhelming love and peace. His encounter with Jesus left him with an unshakable faith and a clear sense of purpose in life. Julie, too, has found a deeper faith through this difficult journey. She now sees God's hand in every part of their story. The fact that Landon not only survived but thrived with no brain damage despite his heart stopping multiple times is something she can only explain as a miracle. Their story has touched thousands of lives. People who have lost loved ones find comfort in Landon's descriptions of heaven. Those struggling with their faith are inspired by Julie's journey from doubt to strong belief. And for many, the simple fact that Landon survived and recovered so completely is a modern-day miracle that strengthens their own faith. Landon and Julie now travel around, sharing their story at churches, conferences, and support groups for people who have lost loved ones. They've even written a book about their experiences, hoping to reach even more people with their message of hope and faith. Their journey hasn't always been easy. There have been times of doubt, moments when the pain of loss felt overwhelming, but through it all, they've held on to their faith and to each other. They believe that their story is meant to be shared, that their pain has a greater purpose in helping others find hope. As Landon often says, "I've seen heaven, I know it's real, and I want everyone to know that there's something beautiful waiting for us after this life." Julie adds, "We've been through the darkest times, but we've found light, and if we can find light, anyone can. Don't give up hope, don't lose faith. Miracles really do happen." Their story continues to inspire and challenge us, reminding us all that there may be more to this life and what comes after than we can see or understand. If you've been touched by Landon and Julie's incredible journey, we'd love for you to be part of our community. By subscribing to our channel, you'll get to hear more inspiring stories of faith, hope, and resilience.